Hello, Red Brick Productions here with another LEGO review that's outside of my normal recording studio because I keep buying sets that are super cool but are too big to fit in there and get a good video. So today I have the LEGO Minecraft The Llama Village set. The set number is 21188. It has 1,252 pieces, a lot of little builds, one big build, which is the llama, as you can plainly see, a bunch of figures, and without further ado, we're going to take a look at the llama, and then I'll show you each of the individual builds, and then I'll show you the figures, and then the final verdict, and that'll be all. So without further ado, let's take a look at that llama. So here is the llama build, and as you can see, it is very tall compared to a regular minifigure right there. You can see, very tall. And so this is built upon a 16 by 16 base plate in the middle, and then an 8 by 16 base plate in the front and in the back. And the building for this was actually really satisfying because it kind of felt like old style Lego building because it used just a lot of bricks, you know, 4x4 or 2x4 bricks, 8x2 bricks, 2x6 bricks. So used a lot of those types of bricks, and there is a lot of really cool features about this. So first off, you can see there are a lot of jumpers on the bottom. So this allows for you to attach the side builds on there, which if you have one like here, there's stairs and then vines. So you actually can access this, which is awesome. I'm really glad that Lego does have access for minifigures that make sense. So that's how you get in. You actually get in from the butt, which is really funny. You got vines right there. You got 2 lanterns on the outside, and then woo, this can come off. So that is interesting. It is definitely helps with play, and because there is some jumpers down there, so that's where you can also stack more of these side builds. But to get access to the interior, you can actually open up these sides and take off the roof, which reveals a really nice interior. So the interior here is super nice, where you do have the entrance right here, and you got a crafting table and a furnace right there. You got a new bread mold, which is just this, like, if my camera would focus, you can see it's just a little piece of bread. It's a nice mold. It's much more accurate. I wish there was a little printing there, but that's okay. You have these chairs right here and right there, which looks pretty good. You have this bookcase, which looks super cool with a creeper head right there. Even though there's no creeper included in the set, it's still nice to get the creeper head. You have 2 beds and some candles right there. You also have a carpet right there. And on the other side of the bed, there's actually another mob. I lied about the 5 passive mobs. There's 6 because I'm trying to get it. There's a little puffer fish back here in the aquarium, which is a really cool build because it just holds the puffer fish. That's pretty much it. But a lot of my builds, and I feel like a lot of other Minecraft player builds, do include aquariums, which is really awesome that they include it. And then also from the interior, you can see there is access to the little balconies. And then when these shut up, you have a little balcony right there, which is super cool. And then this roof just, you know, goes on right there, and boom, all closed up. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you can remove the llama, and that will show you that there are more tiles and jumpers in there, which you can put 3. So there's a lot of these included, but you can put 3 of them inside of there. Now, I also want to mention that on top of the llama, there is some more of those jumpers, so you can include maybe like a farm up there or more of those builds. So there is enough of those jumpers that you can fit every single side build on this llama, which is super good for storage and, yeah, for some play value, which is awesome. It's super modular, which is great. And then also while I'm up here, can't really see, so let me change the camera. So inside the head, there is a map and a compass on a table, which is super nice, and there's a window out there. So you could pretend that this llama is walking, and it's actually like a navigation sort of situation, which is super cool. But you'll also notice as I lift up the head, you'll see there is this red activation switch, which blends in with the color scheme, so I'm not too mad that it's red. Would have been nicer as a white or something like that, but I think it works. But I'll show you what that. So now we're at the front of the llama, and when I pull out the red activation switch, so I'll just pull it out, you can see some water blocks actually fall out, and these are just blocks with a slab on top, and that is so funny to me because it's like the llama is spitting, and how you reload this feature, actually integrates really well, where you can see on the head, there is just a little gap right there. Once you push that red back in, you just kind of stack them. And then the llama just fell, it broke, it's okay. But it just fits in on the top of the head right there. Now I gotta put this back. So 3 last things I wanna mention about this build is number 1, the face design. I think LEGO did a great job with designing the face of this llama, and I think it looks great. And this is a wandering trader llama, so that's why it's got all the blues, yellows, and reds. There is also an acacia tree on here, which is interesting, you know. Always good to have one of those. I think we only got one in that one village set, the new one, the desert village set with the Ravenger, which is really cool. Another feature is when you do take this off, you can see that the legs are kind of just left there, but these are modular as well, so you can break these off. And now you can't break off the bottom ones because they're attached to studs, but I don't know what that can be used for, but it can totally be used for play because you can stack all these things on there. So for kids that really like to use their imagination, that is a great opportunity to, you know, change up the layout a bit and stuff like that. So I'm super glad that this is a really modular build, and it really helps with Minecraft because it really promotes the idea of a modular building. But without further ado, let's move on to the side build. So here I have 6 little side builds, and I'm gonna show you them in one clip. So starting off with this one is pretty plain, you know, with just a little base plate with some flowers on it, very simple. This one is super cool where you have 2 flowers on the side, but it is a well with a little bell right there. And then you also have the water jumper tiles, which are awesome to get. Over here, you have a little farm with some potatoes, some wheats. Yeah, just awesome with also those water jumpers right there. And, you know, those are pretty forward builds. Now, in the back here, you have a little outpost, a trading outpost with a nautilus shell and a slime ball, which is always awesome to get. You have these stairs here, a little nice awning there with some different colors, and you can access the back, and these can be used for the villagers, and there's enough standing space up there, you know. Really awesome build right there. You have a little farm right here, which can be used to put 2 animals in, such as this pink sheep, and oh, there it is, the baby llama, or, you know, a player minifigure, you know, but there are jumpers there for some animals. You also have some hay bales here, which doesn't make sense because these animals could totally hop over those hay bales and escape, but use your imagination, you know. Another thing that we have here is a blacksmith shop, which also has that colorful awning, a little bit of some lava in the corner. You have a grindstone right there, which is a really interesting build. I'm just going to take off this awning so you get a better look at this grindstone. Really cool build. I can't remember if we've gotten this before. Part of me says yes, we have, and another part of me says no, we haven't. You also get a print for a blast furnace, which is an awesome inclusion. I think that might be the first time that has been included, which is a great print right there. I think that is a great print and a good job, and I'd like to see that separate then in a wall in the future. You also can go back here, and there is that little platform for minifigures to stand on, and this is another stair one built pretty much the exact same to this with just some differences on the inside. But yeah, that's it for the main 6 builds. You also have 6 of these little 2x4 bricks with a 2x4 plate on top in different colors. You get 6 of them, and this is just so you can attach these together like that and attach them to the llama village, you know, get different configurations and stuff like that. Hopefully you can see that, but now they're attached. Then we've gotten this system many times before in Minecraft sets, but it is nice to get it again because now this is a really creative set that you can do lots of different things. Now let's take a look at those minifigs and mobs. So here are the first 2 minifigures. We have the llama herder here and the llama knight right here. Both of these are exclusive minifigures and really well done. For the llama herder, we have a great torso print right there and a great face print as well, but this looks super good. And you have a stone shovel right there. I love the orange pants though. And then here we have the llama knight. I want to call it the llama warrior, but this is my favorite figure. Look at that silver printing right there, and then on the back there is a llama face print in purple, which looks super cool. You have the diamond sword there, but this is one of my favorite minifigures, one of the best Minecraft figures I've seen in a long time. This is a great figure for any Minecraft collector, an amazing and well done figure. I love the feet printing too, like on the toes right there. Great printing overall. fantastic minifigure. Definitely one of the highlights of this Minecraft wave. But now let's move on to the next minifigures. So here we have the Vindicator and a Pillager. Both of these we've gotten before, but both of these are great army builders and great figures to get. Really good torso and face printing on this figure right here. You also get an iron axe. And then for the Pillager, I love getting this banner. And then you have a great torso printing right there. And yeah, the back torso printing is pretty much the same. And a crossbow for an accessory, but I love that banner print. Love getting these two figures. Great for army building. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. But now let's move on to the more passive mod. So we get two villagers in this set. We get a blacksmith and then just a savannah villager. Both of these are great to get because I like that their Lego is expanding their villagers and actually getting more themed villagers like the blacksmith, so it does have its job. Love the arm printing on this, and there's even some underarm printing right there. Love the eye patch and the nose right there. Wish there was some back torso printing, but it doesn't really matter because this looks great. And then for the regular Savannah Villager, this looks great as well. Great torso printing, no back printing, but I'm glad that Lego is branching out in their villagers, and now we're finally starting to get some more villagers. Great figures to get. I remember when they were just exclusive to that one village set, which I have, but yeah, I'm glad Lego's making more villagers, and especially themed villagers. But now let's take a look at the animals. So now we have the three mobs. We get a llama, a baby pink sheep, and a baby llama. Both of these llama molds are new because the only llama mold we got was with Wandering Trader printing on it, so I'm glad that we're getting just some basic llama printing. Also, that 1x1 print there looks totally like a face. But yeah, so that is a tile and a plate, a 1x1 tile, 1x1 plate there on the front. This llama looks great. This baby pink sheep needed a little more printing, I feel like, on the front. It just looks a little opaque, but I think it looks pretty good for the most part. Yeah, it's just a baby sheep. We've gotten these before, but I don't think we've gotten a pink sheep or a baby pink sheep. It's either I think this is exclusive in some way, or no, either like an exclusive character, but you know, you can always remake these because they just use the same face print like this baby llama, just with different pieces to make them more babyish. And yeah, this is a white llama. Very awesome printing there. And it's great that we're getting the llamas without Wandering Trader printing because they look great without it. And it's also nice to get the Wandering Trader llamas. So now we have a bunch of llamas, which is great. But yeah, that's it for the animals. Now let's take a look at the packaging and then my final verdict. So here are the leftover pieces. And there are my favorite right there, the prints and that slime. But there's all the leftover pieces. You can pause and kind of take a look at them. They're a little bit scrunched up, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the leftover pieces. And everything in Minecraft sets are prints, except for that one Minecraft set that we don't talk about. But yes, Minecraft always has prints. So here is the box for the set. Looks great and everything. For the back of the box, you get some of the play features, like how everything is modular. You got some of the stuff that opens up there. In the interior, you can get a better look at the pufferfish, you know, the spitting feature. And then while I'm up here, the instructions are actually this new style because Lego was thinking of making the paper bags, which are white and, you know, numbered. So they changed their instructions to make the transition when you open the box look better. Instead of having the front of the box, which they usually do, this is what the instructions would look like. They actually have this, which is more like a render. And it's interesting. This is my first time, you know, kind of getting that look. And on the back here, it's all the same. Tells you how to build the set, you know, and then shows the set all built up right there. Again, an ad for all the Minecraft sets in this wave. A rebuild the world, peace count, and then the win. Interesting win right there. But yeah, interesting how Lego's changing their instructions. But now let's take a look at the leftover pieces and then my final verdict. So for my final verdict, this is a great set. It's a great play set. You get some great minifigures and some great mobs. A beautiful display piece, honestly. This looks so cool. I love getting the giant animals because they're just so fun, you know? And yeah, it's just a great overall set. I love Minecraft sets because you don't get any vehicles. You just get play sets, which is what Lego needs to make more of. I would love to see more play set builds, which would be just awesome. But now we have to talk about pricing. This is $120, which is a hefty price to pay. But let's give it the Jang Bricks treatment. I would say for all the side builds, so all of these little, side builds, I give it, in 2022, $30 with a few figures, definitely like 2 animals, including all these little bricks right here, the 6 bricks that you get. I would include 2 animals and 2 figures for, let's just kind of measure this out. 2 animals, 2 figures, that to me is $35 right there. Then all this, sorry, I just gotta kind of separate these out. I didn't really plan this beforehand. So that means all that right here, $30. I think that in 2022, that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. That means this would have to be $90. And looking at that with the figures, I can see it being $90. I would hope it would be $80, but I can see how Lego would price it at $90. So that would bring this to $110, which is not far off from $120. So I can't be too mad about the price of this. I do think that this is, reasonably priced. And if you want to pay the price, I think you'll get your money's worth. I think there's a lot of play value. I think you get a lot of really good stuff. And yeah, just overall a really fun playset. It just looks awesome. And when I saw this, I was like, I have to get this because this is such a cool set. So for my final verdict, I really don't have any complaints. It would have been nice to maybe get another minifigure or another animal, something else, just maybe one more figure. I feel like it needs that, but for complaints, I really have none because this is just such a good set. There's nothing bad about it at all. Like, I love that it's modular and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a great set. But that's it for this review. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about the set in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you think this is a cool set? Good pricing? But yeah, that's it for this video. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.